And we're back in the next day of Snowrunner. Today we're going to be doing the watchtowers and the upgrades for the Black River map in Michigan. I'm trying to take the most efficient route here so that we can just get this done with quick. It's probably going to take about an hour of driving without any complete screw-ups, so we're just going to go and see as fast as we can get it done and just roll on out. We're going to use the DLC truck to begin with until we get the Scout, and then after that we're going to take over the Scout. Doing this with the Chevy is going to take some serious time added on top of it, simply because it doesn't have the traction and or the ability to drive through all the mud like the DLC truck does. First upgrade we'll be heading for is actually the upgradable suspension for the GMC truck, I do believe. It's actually on the way to the garage, but we took the way across the river because it's actually easier to get there. First time I did this, I actually went this way and got the upgrade and was slightly annoyed at how much of a pain in the ass it was to get the Chevy through this little patch to the garage. I honestly think my first experience with this bridge was complete and utter hell, seeing as I rolled the vehicle twice because I clipped the edge of it. But knowing what I know now, I approach this one a little differently and try to get it done without any hang-ups whatsoever. I will give this thing some credit, though. I mean, this thing does go in the mud, no problem whatsoever. The only thing I have with it is it bounces all over the place. And with the muddies that it has on it, it does like to pull in all directions. No matter what, you're just always all over the road because you're not expected to go more than like 5 miles an hour in the damn thing. So we're actually heading towards the watchtower past the farm. It's the one that's basically out in the swamp, in the flooded area of Michigan. I think it's actually right next to one of the drainage pipes, but I don't have that mission yet, so we're just going to continue on. We're going to actually cut past the fuel carrier right here and just go in the back way, and I'm not stopping for anything. I'm just going to keep driving. If it gets stuck, I'll winch, but I mean, this thing does go in the mud pretty well. Now, the other truck, by now, if you don't have this DLC, would probably be having a little bit of a headache. This is probably the hardest part to do with the Chevy truck setup, is this one right here, because you're actually winching from these trees to trees. The reason I'm using this DLC truck is basically for the ease of access and to just get this done, and hopefully under an hour's time, all the upgrades and watchtowers. I mean, you can see this thing just really doesn't care. I mean, we're in a couple feet of water, and it just like just keeps going. Doesn't care. Gonna grab the watchtower. We can watch the little scenic views. Actually, I think I'm gonna watch all the scenic views from this one. So we're just going to plan out our next route. Our next watchtower is actually towards the beginning. You didn't know it was actually there when you first started the game, but it's just right at the hillside, right past where you spawn in and drive to go repair the first bridge. So we're going to head up and grab this one. There is 2 upgrades on that back west wall. We're going to grab those 2 as we make our way to do our first loop of the map before we actually start any actual hauling missions besides the ones we had to do to get to the garage. She got a little air there on those rocks. That's what I'm saying. This thing is just bouncy. She's torquey and she's bouncy. Honestly, even with all the air deflated out of the tires, she still likes to climb into the air for a few hops now and then. As soon as I get around this bend, I'm gonna switch the time a little bit, just so it's a little easier to see. The smaller scout trucks have a problem with their headlights, and I hate adding gamma filters. I like the true beauty of this game as it is, with all of its eternal glory and dirt. But yeah, we'll just we're gonna swing up here to the right in a second and continue on our way. So let's just get this time switched over to 6 in the morning. I think I passed. Nope. Okay, we're good. And we're gonna go head up and get this watchtower and these 2 upgrades. That was almost our first mistake of the day. I got a little bit too much speed there and almost rolled her ass over tea kettle. But watchtower's right here on the right. We're gonna pull up here, watch this nice scenic view, and enjoy a little bit more of the Snowrunner beauty. I think memory serves me right. The next one is the raised suspension for the Chevy. If not, I'll make a notation in the video, but I'm pretty sure it's the raised suspension for the Scout truck. I will warn you though, this path is pretty treacherous, and I have flipped here multiple times, and if I flip again, I would not be surprised. Mainly because the roads are extremely tight and the rocks love to make this thing bounce all over the place. Because, you know, big ass muddies. It honestly is a lot better once you get the Snowrunner gearbox for the Scout vehicles, and it's one of the last ones we'll be getting on this map. Nope, shit. And there we go. First roll of the day. So I'm gonna keep all these in without editing them out. We can see how many times we roll. Now, we're back on her legs again. She's got her land legs back. Let's see if we can keep them under our feet. Let's keep the ground parallel to our actual vehicle. I just noticed this, but is there some deformation on the top right of my vehicle from rolling that? If so, that is awesome. I have not seen that on the bigger trucks, or maybe I just never noticed it because of the size of them, the sheer size of them at all. And it was the race suspension for the Chevrolet. So, no, we got the race suspension for it. I do use it in the later games once we get some upgrades, but right now it's just really not something I want to use. I would rather use the Scout 600 once we get it unlocked, which will be actually pretty shortly. I'm trying to do as few recoveries as possible, mainly because no one wants to drive back from the garage all the way to this side of the map without doing a mission. So we're going to swing down to the fuel station, grab some fuel, since we don't have a roof rack yet, because we're not high enough level. I think it's level 14 to have a roof rack on this thing. So I'm going to go down and get some gas, and then we're going to basically bust a Yui and head up the hillside. I am going to do a shortcut maybe, but this is the general route that I take for getting the watchtowers in Black River for the first time. It's about as optimized as I can get it. If I didn't run into everything, it would be a little bit better, actually. I am doing this pretty fast and pretty open throttle the entire time, but I recommend your first time you actually take the time, map the terrain mentally in your head, and get a feel from where you're going and where you'll be, because you'll be taking a lot of these roads quite frequently while doing the missions in the Black River. So let's grab some gas. I'm probably going to plot the route here in a second, and just go back up to the next upgrade station. The next upgrade that is on the agenda is the engine upgrade for the Chevy. So it's up in the top left side of your map if you're actually looking north to south. That's the west side. So there's a little odd terrain here, and if you're using the Chevy, you might have some problems. There's a few mud pits and some water holes that the Chevy actually doesn't handle well this early in the game. Doesn't have the tires for it, and or does not have the races. Well, you just got the race, but you had to recover and drive all the way back out here again, so you probably don't want to do that. If you did do it, you probably just want to kind of muck through it. The Chev truck would not be going through these mud holes as fast as I'm doing it. And I always thought there was an upgrade there, but apparently not. But it is a nice little marker for the trailhead. Alright, so we got that upgrade. We got 4 out of the 8 upgrades for the map. We're going to head towards the next tower. I'm trying to remember the topography. I know there's 2 different routes to get it. One's to the west and one's to the east. I was going to take the west one, I think, but I'm not sure if that's the actual path there unless it goes to the lake. Well, it's a little off with that path, but we turn right here and we go down around the lake, and I think there's the lost truck and the roadway. We can pick up those missions while we're on the way, so we can save ourselves a little time next time when we actually go and do the missions themselves. Now this is the objective, to open up the pass right here. I think this one's like some service parts or something. And then there's another one coming up here. It's like the drowned vehicle. Okay, so we're off to the next watchtower. It's this is the one that covers all of the lakes here in the northwest. It'll open up, I think, one upgrade location and like 5 quests, I think. But you do not have to have the watchtowers open to finding this stuff. You can actually meander around. But the nice thing is each watchtower is worth 50 Brett points towards your total level. So they are good to get, and they do help you at least see the basic terrain of what you're going to run to, so you don't run through some really sticky situations. As you notice, I am stopping my engine every time I plan to plot a route, because there is times where you have to plot a route for quite a bit of time and you will run out of fuel. So we're going to go up and get the Scout 600. We're also going to get the Riverside Repair, and then we're going to head down to the trailer store and get fuel for this this vehicle, for the con. But this one's a pretty meandering route through the hillside here. It gets tight in a couple of spots, but we should make it no problem to the Scout 600. And once we get the Scout 600 dropped in and we run out of gas on the con, we're gonna scout everything with the Scout 600 from here on out, unless we need it for super deep mud. We'll just stop here and grab this mission and zip on back and get up this this hill and get the Scout 600. The Scout 600 is actually pretty nice because it is the vehicle that you can have the roof rack on basically at level 1, which gives you 76 liters of fuel in your vehicle, plus whatever the roof rack holds. I know it holds a tremendous amount for what it is. The one problem with the Scout 600 is it is extremely top heavy with the roof rack, and you're prone to rollovers. But with an autonomous Scout winch, you're pretty much pretty fine. You may ding it up a little bit, may roll it a few times, but you'll get where you want to go. So the Scout 600, as I said, has 72 liters of fuel. We're gonna sit here and recall it, throw it in the garage, and just recover it. I'm not gonna mess with the customization right now, but I will mess with it in a little bit. I'm gonna go back to the con and continue on our little mission. We still have 28 liters of fuel, so we can still make it pretty far. And if I head down to the trailer store, I should be able to get some fuel and continue on. Yeah, game, we know exactly what tunnels are. They take us to better and badder places to where we can get stuck even more in the mud. Thank you, game, for reminding us of this glorious adventure that we're on. If you guys didn't pick up on that, I hate tooltips. Despise tooltips. I mean, it's okay if I want them on, let me turn them on. Most of the time, I just, in games, we just fly by the seat of our pants because I'm going to say this, I generally don't read instructions, and I generally don't follow the general rules of a game. I try to break it. Now I remember why there's the disadvantage of this thing. You can't get a trailer on the con at all. So I'm gonna look around for a fuel truck. I don't think there's one within the vicinity. So I guess we're just gonna go till we run out of fuel. Honestly, I could stop by some trucks and siphon some fuel, but I'm not worried about it. We'll just do what we can. Sometimes I like to just enjoy a nice leisurely drive over some rocks and cliffs that might end up in my demise. But it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't, as they say. And you are where you are, and you ain't where you ain't. Now, as we come into this location, it's actually an interesting pull. The Chevy getting through here is an absolute nightmare. The winch points are pretty far apart, and with the autonomous scout, you literally have to just kind of muck it through to get here. The con goes a little better, but it still does have some problems. It's pretty light, so it floats on the second part, but larger trucks you can actually winch with the advanced winch between the telephone poles and the couple of trees. There's not many over the little mud patch that I just went over, but there's plenty of winch points getting to this point, and as you can see, all these trees here you can winch to in case of emergency to pull yourself through the mud and get across where the river has overflowed the road. Well, it wasn't a river. It has become a river because this glorious flood that they had here in Michigan. I just want to sit here and point out the amount of detail that we have. Look at the mud sitting on there, and it looks so good on that green. I love it. And the deformation of the mud, it's glorious. Now, it does suck when you rip up ruts and you're playing a multiplayer and people have to drive through them, but it is so cool. I almost rolled it there, but since we're close to the tower, I'm just gonna get off the road, make my own road, and hopefully just zip up this tower a little faster. Well, that's some deep mud. Didn't expect. Glad I'm in the con right now, because that Chevy be like slowing down quite a bit, even with this all-wheel drive. Just gonna zip through these two rocks over the hillside, and I think there might actually catch a road to get on here. Yeah, there's a road right here. Perfect. And we'll get up to this tower, and we'll get the, what is this, the third watchtower of the day, or fourth watchtower? Fourth watchtower. And I think we're about somewhere around 20 or 25 or 30 minutes in to this little run thus far. Not sure what the best path option for this would be. It'd probably be, I would say, down and around to the left, to the west, I'd say. But I'm thinking I'm going to go down to the east and try to coax it through the center and then take a dive right at this next one. I mean, if I go west, it's going to be a longer route, I think, overall. And either way, it's about the same distance because I have to get to the road. But I think that the route to the east is actually more traversable with this setup that I currently have. I like to try through new things. Let's see if we can roll it here. We're just going to avoid the road because, you know, why do it? And this little path, and the road, though, yeah, the road would have been faster. But, I mean, it's a little game trail, so we'll take it. And we head past the roundabout here. There is a truck off to the right that I think might have fuel in it, but I don't want to get stuck in the mud with no fuel, so I'm just going to ignore it. And we're going to head towards the next little tower. Also, apparently this thing is really good with stumps. I just took 11 damage there. And this I thought might have been fuel, but is not. See? Nope, just repair and recover. Okay, and we're going to have to just rush through here. I wish this caterpillar here actually had fuel. It'd be kind of cool. Like, since everything runs off diesel, basically, so we're just going to continue on our little route. I want to actually use one of those in this game. I really hope they actually incorporate that as a usable feature, is power equipment, like heavy machinery. I know they said something about logging, but I'm talking logging, maybe digging, mining. I know it's been mentioned about using like graders and stuff to fix the roads. That would be kind of cool too, because you could give somebody a full-time job with that, just fixing the roads so that it's passable for the rest of the traffic. Yeah, I'm doing the whole Robert Frost thing with the road not, or the road not taken. Yeah, I'm gonna try to just go up this hillside because I don't feel like driving around. So we're gonna mess with the little low gear, little diff lock, and probably have to play with the winch to get up these stupid rocks. But we're gonna do it. Even if I have to roll again. We're gonna get up here. We're gonna get up here, you son of a bitch. Go. Come on, come on. What's wrong? Lily, what's wrong? Oh, my tire's too big? Come on. Climb it. Climb it, girl. Climb it. You can do it. Yes. Push, little one. Push. You can do it. Come on. Oh, you're almost there. Almost there. Oh, I know. Horseshoes, hand grenades, tactical nuclear weapons. That's the only thing that counts. Come on, get your ass over that rock. There we go. I knew there's a winch point on the tower, but I don't think I could have hit it. So, I think we have 3 towers left now. And then we'll be done with the scouting, and we'll be on to our actual hauling adventures in the Black River map. Just want to thank everyone for watching the previous videos. I hope the help guide actually helped with the starting of the garage. I hope this video actually helps people find a better and more efficient route of getting all of the upgrades and or towers. I'm going to put out... the next video is actually going to be us repairing every road to make the routes the most efficient when we actually do the long hauls, the big hauls, and the heavy loads. But I need to actually just recover, and we're going to switch over to the Scout. We're going to adjust a few things here. We're going to put its... oh, I can't get the engine yet. So let's get some tire upgrades. We're going to get some all-terrains as big as we can get, which is the 35 AS3s. Of course, we're going to get the autonomous Scout, but since we're broke, thinking we're just going to sell the Con for right now, and we'll pick it up again later. We're going to retain it and just get rid of it. Did I do it right? Yep, truck store. Sell. Goodbye, Con. You served us well. I don't think you'll serve us anymore right now. So we got big tires. We need to get a winch on it. We need to get a spare wheel. We need to get a roof rack. I don't think there's a snorkel upgrade yet. There's a roof rack. Nope, no snorkel upgrade yet. Winch, autonomous, go. And of course, we're going to have to... get rid of that. We might as well sell these. Yeah, we'll get rid of them. That's $2,000 right there. And then we'll give her a nice little color paint, I think. Yeah, we'll go back to green, and we'll get out of here. Go finish the rest of this up. So the Scout has a wide variety of uses. We can always carry a flatbed, which carries 2. We can carry the single flatbed, which is a lot easier to handle. And the 900 liters of fuel is really nice. We don't need this. I'm just pulling out to show you guys that you got the Duo. It's really nice. But I'm going to back this baby up, sell it, and grab a fuel canister, even though I don't need it right now. I'm going to drop it partially up a road because... one of the routes you damn near run out of fuel with I think it's a GMC on one of the hauls back. If you don't have it, you get really close to the gas station, but you almost run out of fuel. So I want to make sure I have a couple strategic fuel spot locations, which I will probably do in the video before we do the actual super big hauls. We'll do a like where you need to put the actual fuel tankers, drop off like 900 liters of fuel, because it is nice to have these on hand around the map on strategic locations away from the gas stations, because you don't want to run out of fuel while you're on the road. And there's a lot of spots where you can just disengage your load, fuel up, and continue on about your adventure. So we're coming up on the second gas station in the Black River map. It's on the actual east side of the map. It's really close to the garage. It has a quest for one of the trucks. I want to grab that. Actually, it might be the trailer. Missing oil tanker. Yeah, the missing oil tanker. We're gonna fuel up even though we're barely tapped and we got a bunch of fuel with us. But why spend the fuel out of the fuel reserve when we can just grab it? We've got tons of fuel with us right now. We got 900 liters there in the trailer. We've got the 72 liters in our vehicle, and we have a bunch of fuel on top in the roof rack, including spare parts for repairs. So what I'm going to do up here, I'm going to actually drop the tanker off right here at the this one quest for the bridge, and actually just go with just a scout truck because it'll make it a little easier getting up to the tower, and we'll leave this here just in case we need a fuel tanker before we get to the bridge or after we get to the bridge when we start hauling things. The road up here that we're coming up to is pretty easy terrain, especially for the Scout 600. With its all-wheel drive and diff lock, it pretty much goes in anything. Once it gets mud tires, honestly, I think it handles better than the Con overall, and I prefer to do it because you can haul with that trailer a lot. You can get into places you shouldn't be able to get to with this thing. This viewpoint actually looks over the north to west side of the map. It shows the river where the truck's actually stalled out, and yeah. Right now we're pretty much on the final leg of our journey. We're just trying to get these last couple watchtowers, get these last couple upgrades, and just get this map ready to actually hammer it out with some missions. Get the bridges done, and then after that it's pretty much just the terrain only that's going to be your problem. That and psyching yourself out on hauls. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, whoa. And that would be roll number 2. We couldn't get all the way over? Come on. Could have done a barrel roll. Well, this is going to be an interesting pickle to get out of. Like I said when we got this thing, it's extremely top heavy. So we're going to add 2 more to the roll counter. Probably another dozen before the end of this run. Getting slowed down by this thick mud, but we're able to make it. We just need to go down and take the next side where we're going to hang a right and then go around and then hang another right and head down another mud patch. But we'll have all these bridges fixed in the next episode. We are going to bypass the one bridge to the left, getting that quest, because what we're going to do is get it on the way back around the other side. Well, we almost had roll number 4 there. Well, shit. Roll number 4. A lot of people frown down on the scout vehicle, but honestly, it is the better one early game. So get used to being top heavy and having a bunch of fuel and rolling if you don't have the autonomous winch. I feel sorry for you. It should have been your first purchase. And shit, roll number 5. I'm really hoping we don't get a roll number 6 and a roll number 7, because that would be annoying. So the next one we're going for is actually out over a little bit of a water jump. It's actually an engine for a few different things. One of being one of the haulers. So we're gonna grab that and snag it up and head back to base. After I think I've got one more, or two more. We got two more after this, I think. Yeah, what we're looking at here is another one of the planning phases of going to get this upgrade. It's a little mucky. We're gonna have to get over here to the swamp. There's stumps, there's roots, there's trees, there's mud galore, and there's two little like water places we have to cross. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna path up here. We're gonna make sure we grab the roadblock and then zip down the hillside and grab this upgrade. I'm pretty sure this is the Snowrunner gear set. I think this is a Snowrunner gearbox for all the scouts. So we're going to go down here and zip it. And then after this, we have one more upgrade to grab. And we are done with this map after we grab the final two towers. It's another point where mud. Main thing is, don't worry about it if you're in the mud. As long as you're moving forward, you're doing something right. It's if you're backsliding, you need to worry. Right now I'm trying to get a winch point, but the scout winch is, it's not that long, so it's more for when you roll over and you need a battery to flip you over. But we got some traction. We're going to hit this winch point. We're going to get the hell out of here and up the hillside. I'm so enticed with trying to go get the upgrade as I'm forgetting to do what I said 5 minutes ago, which is get the roadblock quest. I swear I would lose my head if it wasn't somehow attached to my body. But that's beside the point. We got it. It'll be ready for next time when we decide to remove all the roadblocks and open up all the land so we can travel around and sling mud and make money. Lots of money. Because Strato loves his booty. As you can see, this place is a muddy hell. It's a lot of zigzagging between trees. I'm probably going to have to end up going first person to try to get through this muck. But I may be able to get to it. How far is it up? I think it's like 79 meters up ahead. So we're just going to try. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go first person just so we don't hit some of these trees. That's one of those things. You could run over some of the trees, and if you go into first person, it makes it a little easier to skimp through some of the forest settings with the scout vehicles. Almost there. I'm just gonna run over this thing monster truck style. And yes, we have the Snowrunner gear set. Woot. So we have high gear, low, high, and it is for all of the scouts. Okay, so I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. I know the road bridge is out and it requires 2 wooden planks to fix it. I'm not doing any real fix-its on this run because we're just getting all the scout towers. We're playing as we're unlocking all the upgrades in the towers first, bridges and pathways second, and then we start running the missions. What we're looking here right now is there's an upgrade right over there where I just pinged the map, but I'm going to try to go across the broken bridge, but I don't think the scout's going to be able to make it. I don't think there's actually the hook points for me to get across, even if I wanted to. But we're going to try it. If not, it's a few minutes of wasted time, but hey, it's fun, right? It's a trial and error thing. Like I said, this is something I haven't tried yet, and I do want to get it out of my system. Since we got plenty of fuel, we're just going to keep chugging along, and I really hope I can do it this way, because if I can do it this way, it'll save me a lot of time on the backside, because I don't have to drive all the way around to the wood yard, and then through the wood yard garage, over the bridge, through the woods to the upgrade house we go. Now there's a little river we'd have to cross through, and it might be a little high for water, but this is going to be high for water too as we approach it. Although this isn't looking too promising. I see a couple of trees. I don't think I can hook all the way across. Yeah, I'm gonna try it, but I don't think we can get across. There's super deep mud on the one side, and yeah, there's no trees there. Yep, nothing to grab onto. I'm probably gonna have to recover here and just start out and do it the way I was planning on doing it to begin with. Alright, so over the broken bridge was a bust. Since it's over by the wood yard, we're going to do that one last. We'll do this last tower first, which is just outside, up the hillside behind the garage to the south. It's a pretty easy path, and hopefully we'll get there with ease. The real nice thing about this game is the diversity in terrain. Michigan is a lot of mud and water, but nothing else. Alaska, with the ice, the mud, and the snow, you get different terrains you want to drive over with different vehicles. Like some of the trucks handle snow really well, other trucks handle it like crap. Mainly having the lift kits and the chains for the deep snow, great, but you want to have the mud tires or the all-terrains at the very minimum to get through the mud and muck, which is a lot of the hauls, the heavy load hauls in Alaska. So it's something to look forward to. And I didn't put all-wheel drive on, so I was about to just do a wheelie there. Well, the tower should be around the corner, about a couple hundred meters out. And we'll get this last tower, then we'll hit this last upgrade, and we'll be done for the day, it seems like. And somewhere around an hour and 15, or hour and 10 minutes to finish this. Not too bad. I know I wasted probably about 15 minutes rolling the vehicle over and over and over. So right now we were at 5 rolls, I think. Something like that. But we're almost there. Oh, shit. 6 rolls, maybe? It never happened, and we will not speak of this. I did this perfectly. 100% of the time. No rolls, no mistakes. No forgotten quests. Since we're back at the... Since we recovered anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and put the Snowrunner gearbox on it. I actually enjoy it. It's great for it. I don't think there's any other upgrades I can actually get. I'm going to look real quick. Nope. And let's head out to the final upgrade of the day. And that will wrap our video up when we get to it. Again, I want to thank everyone for helping support the community. Snowrunner is a great game.
I hope you guys check it out if you haven't already. If you do play it, I would suggest joining the official Discord and getting in some parties with some people and just hanging out and socializing. We all play games to relax and enjoy life, and hopefully you guys can have a little fun in the official Discord and get some parties going. I'm going to say this. Driving in first person is really fun, but for a lot of people it causes motion sickness. I can understand that. If this thing had VR head support and I had a VR helm, I would probably sit and play this thing in first person all day long. I would be like bobbing and weeping, sieving. Actually, I think it does have VR head support. I think you just have to put a plug-in in. But anyways, I don't have one, so it doesn't matter at this time. So what we're doing is we're coming up to the river, which is my favorite because in first person, it actually is just like, look at that, straight through. Man, this little scout, it'll get up and go, won't it? Now the game tells me, hey, you know that lumber you needed a while ago? It's right here. You should have grabbed it. You done screwed up. Straddle, you done screwed up. And as you run over all the fences, you're screwing up even more. But we're almost to the last upgrade, so let's get this over with. So I'm going to say that this could probably be completed in like 45 minutes to an hour really easily. I know I made some mistakes. I had some fun with it. That's all that matters. But next time we're going to be doing some of the road work and fixing some of the bridges. Hopefully we can get them all done in a single spat. But if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up and let me know you guys want more of these videos for help. I'm willing to do the work and give you guys a hand at doing these missions. I do pop into the official Discord and do some running missions. So that's that. So this final upgrade is just here on the other side of the broken bridge, which is actually by the oil field. You guys will hate this because there's a lot of missions over here that you have to drag down here and build this oil thing. So I hope everyone had a great time and enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. That will be Straddle signing off.